Mathematics is a study of abstract concepts such as quantity, structure, space, and change. Math is the core field of science that deals with numbers and operations on them. What is data management in math? Data management is a set of techniques that help us to build programs, applications, and systems to store, process, and analyze data. Data management itself is a synthesis of concepts and skills that cannot be easily isolated from other mathematical concepts and skills. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hello, ma'am. Happy to meet you.
What brought you here, ma'am?
Well, just like the old times.
Were you the one who surveyed us last year?
Yes, ma'am. When they assigned me to do this again, the first thought that comes on my mind is to visit and do it here.
That's nice, ma'am.
Is it okay with you?
Of course, ma'am.
No
No worries.
Can I ask you first, ma'am?
Oh, sure.
How's your store income compared to last time, ma'am, when pandemic rise?
Actually, it was really a bit different now compared to the last time when pandemic arrived. Now, my income would raise up to 2,000 to 3,000 per day, compared to 500 to 1,000 per day.
Oh, we can really see the big difference. Do you have any other source of income aside from your store, ma'am?
None. I only have just one.
Oh, I see. How about you, ma'am?
Well, as a computer shop owner, my daily customers are students. So, as face-to-face class started, my income gets lesser. Imagine from 6,000 pesos to 9,000 pesos per week, down to 1,000 pesos to 2,000 pesos per week now.
Oh, so it's opposite to Ma'am Saniko. How did you handle it, ma'am?
I rented a space. It was just a small space near school. I sell mixed products that are essential not just for students but also for other people.
How was it today, ma'am?
By the grace of God, it flows well.
Happy to hear that, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Parba and Ma'am Saniko. I hope your businesses will prosper and bloom someday. Thank you so much for your time and effort for answering all my questions. Well appreciated. God bless us all. Thank you and see you when I see you. Bye!
What is gathering and organizing data? Data can be collected using observations, interviews, questionnaires, and existing databases. The method chosen for collecting the data depends on the type of research being done. Organizing data is bringing it together in a systematic way that makes it easier to read.
Good morning, class. For today's meeting, we will learn on the measures of central tendency. You may open your book on page 63. And for those who have not yet claimed their books, you must pay attention because we will have a quiz after. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What is central tendency, ma'am?
Okay. Think about and how you describe a single piece of numerical data. This is usually done in terms of its value.
Can you please give us an example, ma'am?
Okay, for example, in order to describe the number 2, you might put up 2 fingers, or you might say 2 is equals to 1 plus 1.
How would you describe a group of data, ma'am?
It would not be beneficial to use your fingers in this instance, nor it is beneficial to simply add the data together. However, you can describe a group of data in a single value by using the measures of central tendency.
What is the exactly measure of the central tendency, ma'am?
A measure of a central tendency is a single value that describes the way in which a group of data cluster around a central value. To put up in other words, it is a way to describe the central of the data set. And there are 3 measures of the central tendency. And what are those, Ms. Parba?
The mean, the median, and the mode, ma'am.
Why is central tendency is important, ma'am?
What do you think?
Ma'am, I actually have a friend who is currently taking up BS Psychology. She said that central tendency is very useful in psychology. It lets us know what is normal or average for a set of data.
Yes, indeed. By the way, who will volunteer on how to find the mean, median, and mode?
Ma'am,
Okay, proceed.
you can find the mean or average of a dataset into two sample steps. Find the sum of the values by adding them all up. Divide the sum by the number of the values in the dataset.
Okay, very good everyone. Let's give ourselves a round of applause for giving our best today. Let's call it a day and don't forget the quiz that I'll be giving tomorrow. Have a good day everyone. Class is closed.
Wow! Miss Redoble told us to study about the measures of relative position. Oh, sorry, I did not pay attention to what she was saying earlier. Yes, that's why we need to study about it. You know, she always gives us a surprise quiz. And the worst, oral citation. Are you scared? No, I just want to be responsible. You know, it's fulfilling to have an idea about something that hasn't been discussed yet. Ah, yes, of course. Measures of relative position is just simple. I have an example. When you take an exam, what is often as important as your actual score on the exam is the way your score compares to other students' performance. If you made a 70 but the average score, whether the mean, median, or mode was 85, you did relatively poorly. If you made a 70 but the average score was only 55, then you did relatively well. So in general, the significance of one observed value in a data set strongly depends on how that value compares to the other observed values in a data set. Therefore, we wish to attach to each observed value a number that measures its relative position. And anyone who has taken a national standardized test is familiar with the idea of being given both a score on the exam, a percentile ranking of the score. You may be told that your score was 625 and that is in the 85th percentile. The first number tells how you actually did on the exam. The second says that 85% of the scores on the exam were less than or equal to your score on 625. Whoa! How did you know about that? Well, it's in our blood. Let's go. Let's take a snack. I'm so hungry. What is importance of measures of relative position? Measures of position give us a way to see where a certain data, point, or value falls in a sample or distribution. A measure can tell us whether a value is about the average or whether it's unusually high or low. Measures of position are used for quantitative data that falls on some numerical scale.